Hi folks, welcome back to the Thrones World Cup. We are back with the China-Slovenia match. So the last time we left it, I think actually we just got it back to 3-3, and I have the next game against Targaryen. We're going to jump into it. You'll be able to see it from my perspective, so won't show you the decks, but maybe we'll talk about them in the beginning a little bit. So Saraaa, if you're ready, I can click play here.
Okay.
Okay, yes or
Yes.
okay? Okay. So I will count down. 3, 2, 1, play. So my opponent goes by PeterTargaryen, which is a bad sign. Must be a Targaryen specialist. And yes, so it's a Dark Prince deck. They have not been doing very well in this tournament so far. It's Khal Drogo, and it's actually the other one, not the core one. So the one that keeps himself and others in play by
It's
discarding
the best
cards,
Druid, right?
which actually in testing turned out to be tricky for me because I have the father as potential reset father into Morgulis, and it sucks if Khal Drogo can just save himself. Um, so I have a duped wall here, which I decided to take even though there wasn't any econ. Just thinking what to do with Noble Lineage, because Seasoned Woodsman draws a card if I play it, but okay, it's another card drawn just by putting it into play, although it's not the best target for it. So duped wall because there's put to the torch and political disaster in the deck, and it really sucks if the wall gets discarded. So I thought, okay, let's just play it duped, see what happens if you can defend it a little bit. By the way, the matchup was hopeless in testing, so didn't get anywhere close.
Yeah, and we actually played this similar matchup with the other direction against France, and I think we pretty much had that game, but there was some misclick or maybe a misplay from our player, and we lost it just about. But it also, when we were testing, it was seemed like a bad matchup for us.
Yeah. Okay, so I have the Woodsman, which is okay because I can play that dagger, get either econ or get gold. We'll see what happens. So it's a very aggressive opening with Fury, and Womb is in play. So I guess the plan in round one is military pressure and see if you can get
Yeah, so
shots.
he doesn't run Maiden, right? Or does he?
No.
No, no Maiden, but there's Political Disaster and Mad King's Command. It's different from ours.
Yeah,
And
so what we'll get is Aegon from Shadows now for 3 gold, bringing a raiding Kalasar, and then if there's one in hand, that's immediately going to raise claim to 4, so whatever gets played is killed. But if I play Fresh Recruits, I can get a dupe for Hob there, and I can get Old Forest Hunter and Builder at the wall or something, and that's... I mean, I can get 5 of them in, then you can't kill them all, can you?
mm-hmm.
Chuds though, and First Snow is in this deck. This deck plays First Snow and Mad King's Command, which is really awkward, and I don't have Forgotten Plans, which I think...
I was surprised to see he spent
Yeah.
his gold to cancel Fresh Recruits, which is unusual. So sacrifices the Aemon trigger,
Yeah.
Aegon trigger.
So if Raiding Kalasar comes in, I mean, that's still going to be 3 claim, and he's gambling that
Yeah.
canceling that means that I won't be able to play out Claim Soak anyway. Yeah, just seeing if I can... if I should gain gold, if it's going to help. I decided to draw cards, really. See what we get. Okay, card with the first one now, calculating again what's going to happen. I can play at the moment that Builder. And then if it's 3 claim, they all die. And actually, what I was thinking here, I can tell you, I miscalculated a little bit. I was thinking I can play him, and okay, if I use his ability, I can play Castle Black, and somehow I convince myself that that leaves me with gold to be able to Nightmares raiding Kalasar if it comes in, and then it won't actually be claim 3, it will only be claim 2. I don't know how good that is, honestly. I mean, you can kill 2 and march. So I was angry at myself, but honestly, whatever, right? Can't defend the wall, no military icons. Would have needed to play out the stuff that I head rather than waste time on fresh recruits, but then, yeah, we get Aemon. There it is, unfortunately. Oof, and yeah, I didn't need to see an intrigue icon on top of this, because now if everything gets killed, I'll then have to suffer the 2 claim intrigue as well. And yeah, Hob dies, and he would have given me cards back. Plus the wall is nailed, of course, so just all around bad. And I get hit with Rakaro's ability to lose another card. So to be honest, this game actually is not looking over, because the attachments go back to hand, so I won't have an empty hand. I have the attachments which can replay themselves for more draw, and my opponent actually has now not done power to dig for Drogo, and cards will actually go back to hand, and there's only Rakaro and that womb there, right? So can't marshal much really, can only use the
Well,
womb.
to be fair, this guy, the Shadow Recruit, that's just one off in the deck, is gonna be pretty decent right now because he can defend just by himself every challenge.
Yeah, if
And
he's
then the wolf.
alone in play, he defends and escapes, so he can't get
Yeah.
claimed. That's not bad. He is weak to nightmares though, which I think is in the deck.
Mm, there's one Nightmares, I think, only, right?
One nightmares, that sounds about right, yeah. Well, over reserve sounds good. At this point, looking at the cards that were discarded, I had a feeling that overwhelming numbers was also in hand. So yeah, I'm just thinking. I always look at Murgulis, okay, but things escape, so can't do it now. I may as well play the maiden, right? I mean, I can kneel womb if I play the smith for sure, but not sure how good that is.
I suppose he can always trigger Womb before if you play Smith without attachments on the board, actually, and then, yeah.
Yeah, but that's not as good, right? That's a waste of womb, basically. That's not hurting me that much. And this is
Well, yeah.
a
Well,
surprise.
actually, um, if Drogo was there, that would actually still work, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, no Drogo yet. So. And also, I think the econ is really bad for him because there's no high econ plot, so you need to have some of those econ locations, and nothing is marshaled.
Yeah. So womb and Aegon I mean, it's not bad. 2 cards will go for Mad King's Command. Why Mad King's Command though? You could play Vanquish here, right? Stops me marshalling a board again.
Mm-hmm. Vanquish or yeah, if first snow stops you marshalling, you can say first snow still. Maybe even political disaster that gets rid of Castle Black, or maybe I don't know any icon, but yeah, not brilliant.
Yeah, so I have no way to get more than this one character. I have to play out some of these attachments because they go to waste, and I can draw a little bit. The thing is, this guy escapes the board anyway, so I'll get the attachments back so that I can put them on something a little bit more useful in theory. I'm just calculating. This is enough gold for 2 triggers of this guy, or for Tetrasalt and 1 trigger. I don't think I can play anything else if I want to do that, and the problem is that I then
Yeah,
have to
maybe
waste 2
gaming
cards.
board would be better to have another attachment in.
Yeah, although I did get Long Claw,
Mm.
which I'm not going to keep because it's the worst card. I have to lose
Well,
the
I
Rose
think
Road.
in the late game, when you have to get some power to turn it around, Langlo is good, but right now, not so much.
And yeah, I think I'm losing the Rose Road here. Castle Black
Yeah,
it
Castle
can be
Black.
useful. I mean, the econ's really weak. I'm down to 1, and then I probably need to keep the Rose Road that I have in hand just to replay it. Which is also awkward. I mean, I have Gates of the Moon. It's +2, so do I keep 2 attachments? Dragonglass Dagger is actually pretty good in serious training also. I mean, if my opponent is complacent and doesn't realize that I could have a military icon, I could do military back. Although the thing is, the things that come for womb always kind of are there to just be killed because they don't stay in play. Yeah, risking the econ here. Let's hope I don't regret this. I had one game already in this tournament where losing the econ or not having any econ cost me big time. So I'm sorting the cards, but I'll get Tetrasold anyway soon enough, so doesn't matter. He will shuffle. And this hits Horse Lord, which is not the worst thing in the world. Can't really win power by 5 without bringing Aegon in. Can't win military that reliably. Well, okay. So claim raise actually doesn't hurt me. So the only thing that will happen now is win power by 5, right? Goes military. Wants to get the Rakara trigger here, which is fair enough. I can just defend with this guy. I have to declare him. Oh, actually, there's no gold for nightmares. Can declare him. And then actually he can come back and defend the other two, and I defend the wall. Although I have also Tetrasold, which is slightly better because he can stand with Castle Black and actually do a challenge back. And I lose Noble Lineage. That was a good card. But honestly,
Yeah, Noble
all three
Lineage.
are good, so.
I think in then how the game went in later rounds from what I remember, Noble Lineage would be a really good card to have.
Okay, so I have to wait for Intrigue. Intrigue is the one I should probably properly oppose.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad because you can oppose with Castle Black, then, yeah.
Yeah. Question is, does my opponent try to win power by 5 and can he? He'd need to stand the big one. 2 cards in hand, I mean. Okay, we're getting these back. Yeah. I have to now bring out whatever character is getting the next attachment. Because I need to use the attachment to gain 1 gold. To then have 2 gold to bring the other character out of shadows. I mean, I can bring out Dungeon and defend with Castle Black. That wins on defense.
Yes.
Castle Black was pretty good to keep actually. And the wall can't be stopped, so okay. No power in the faction card. There will be next round to steal. So at the moment power challenges are not hurting me.
I mean, if he wanted to, he could stand the Kalasar and do power back, but I mean power back, but just normal power, but it doesn't do much because this guy escapes and.
Yeah, I mean costs him a card as well, and he doesn't have that much econ to replace stuff. He has no econ, so.
Yeah, and Horse Lord only one strength, right? If he's alone.
He gets. Does he not get +1 by default on himself? I think he does.
Oh, for himself, possibly. Yeah, I'm not sure. I never see Horse Lord.
Okay, so the only way to do 2 challenges now is to give this guy an icon, so need to do that first to get gold for Tetrasol then. It's not the best challenge to do, but I may as well do it. And that might actually kill Horse Lord now. Can't kill
Yeah,
Recaro,
I
he's
mean,
properly in play, and Kalasar is quite valuable, and Aegon, honestly, want to recycle.
only 2 Aegons in the deck though.
On the other hand, this guy, Horselord, would have gone back to hand, and he is cheap enough to actually play on the board, which Peter here is struggling with at the moment. Okay, so they don't find the greatest card, but okay. And my question here is, should I push for power? I'll be ahead because I'm also triggering the wall, or should I try to discard the card there? I go for the card. It's going to be Raiding Kalasar in hand and one mystery card, and even Plaza can't just go crazy if cards are not in hand.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to properly play Kalasar with the icon that's available.
Yeah, you can play Vanquish. You get 6 for that from my Gates of the Moon.
Mm, yeah.
Could play for
Too bad
Snow.
you
I
will
mean,
have big icon because if you could get rid of the gates.
yeah, I don't have Blackbird here, so first Snow just sends these two back to hand, and they are not in shadow, so they're wasted. That's a really bad round where I can't defend the wall and I'm going to suffer
Yeah,
all
I was
challenges.
thinking for sure he goes now for Snow because this guy is really annoying. But yeah.
Maybe slightly worried that I might Morgulis. I mean, he doesn't know my two cards in hand, they're not characters, so
Yeah,
I
I was
wouldn't.
surprised to see here March the Wolf because I think it could be valuable in some circumstances, but here not so much. But I suppose maybe you want to recycle Aegon, so that's one thing you can do with March.
If I had Blackbird, I would for sure keep Tetrasalt, he's amazing, but yeah,
Yeah, I think
that
right
guy will
now,
defend everything and escape the board,
yeah,
so
the
he's
Prince
more
survived
valuable.
so successfully.
Somehow he's turned into a great character here.
Hmm.
Well, I have attachment, so if Econ is marshaled, I kneel it. And he knows that I'm kneeling Womb, so actually finds nothing that useful. And now there's no gold to play Khal Drogo to keep the character you find with Womb in play. So the moment is just Rakaro. Ah, but yeah. Well, this guy's a little bit better. And now I'm in trouble a bit because if I play Halder, he can be claimed. I can try to dig for cards. So Halder can't take this one, so I may as well play it on this guy and see what I get. And it is a character, so now it's not looking like I can get my board killed. I have to claim one if I play both of them. They cost me 5. The question is, how much do I spend? If I play these two and I play the high road, I have the gold to put the dagger in, but that's my gold gone, and I will not actually be able to then recycle dungeon guy. I'd need to play these two and not play the high road. So what's the better play? There won't be an intrigue icon. There will actually only be one proper challenge because Holo can't just magically do a challenge by himself. Needs another attacker, and with one gold, I don't think you can cheat anything here. Even Missandei you can't. Plaza's gone, so. And actually, here I was thinking that I'm going to suffer the military claim, but actually serious training is there, which can be put on spare boot, and then I have two icons, so it's 4 on the attack. It's really 9 with Koholo. And what's the difference? So if I move serious training, I have 6. I have Castle Black, that's 8, and actually I have Dagger. That's already enough, and Halder's ability also. So yes, I think that works.
It's really funny where you can defend with this kind of weak dudes. The only problem that I was thinking here is maybe you want to have this guy back in shadows for first snow, but yeah, what can you do? Can have everything right? Because if there's first snow, it's one good round and then you remarshal everything, right?
Yeah, first now is
There's
still
not going to be a lot of intrigue claim.
it's still a huge problem. The bigger problem is if I lose military, he escapes and one gets claimed, and
Yeah, and
it
there are both pretty good ones, I
could
think.
could get intimidated as well. I mean, this is a chance to actually defend it, and then my opponent is done. So it's a no-brainer. I'm just bad at calculating here. If I had it actually, uh, which one?
Well, I suppose you want to get them back at some point and replay them on something else, so you could do it on recruit, but everything's gonna come back for first snow, so I think it doesn't super matter, right?
Yeah. So okay, drew a long claw.
Which was at the bottom at some point, I suppose.
Yeah. Just calculating Halder's ability. I was going to. I was thinking I can use this because Spareboot stands a card, but actually no. Spareboot's just going to.
Yeah, it's not a Night's Watch card. I also
Yeah,
didn't quite
it's
see
just
that.
going to stand serious training, so it's pointless. This should be really go on Spareboot. I mean, okay, whatever.
I think it's alright. Maybe he doesn't quite see the play and puts the other guy in before you defend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, not if you do it like that, I guess.
Yeah. Well, if he does, he forces me to spend it. Currently, I'm winning on defense. The problem is I
I mean,
can't
to
spend it.
spend it, but by
I,
spend it, you mean like defend and stand him with Castle Black.
yeah, exactly. It doesn't really achieve much. Maybe he's overlooked Castle Black. I would still win on defense because I still have Halder to kneel the actual Castle Black if it was needed. And that's actually now gone pretty well. I can actually do two challenges back from this absolutely hopeless position, and
And
wouldn't
you
have
now
been
have to
possible
kill
without.
Popolo, which was marshaled.
Hmm? Yeah, this wouldn't have been possible without a March instead of First Snow. I think First Snow was the play. Uh, by the way, that Matkins command I also thought was pretty early, but actually I never have here more than a few characters, a few attachments, and a few locations. It's not hugely impactful, so playing it immediately didn't hurt my opponent that much.
Yeah, and Ace 2 was looking so good.
Yeah.
Because I think we were all a bit discouraged at this point because I think I lost my good matchups, and then we lost the Greyjoy Winter under dramatic circumstances, and now it has started to turn around so unexpectedly with these two matchups that we thought were bad.
Yeah, so I know that I'm getting First Snow now. I mean, there's no hope. So what can I do? I'm thinking, should I waste the Harris because it's not doing anything, or will my opponent actually ever get a board?
Yeah, with this amount of money, uh, it seems like it's never gonna be impactful to Harris. Look, it looks like I'm advising you in real time.
Yeah. Okay, I could go first if I got some kind of Benjen to force my opponent to defend, but really it's not great. So
Yeah, he's gonna have barely enough cards to, I don't know, do a warlord. No warlord. Braided warrior, I don't know.
mm.
No, so I don't know. I was here considering that you would not not keep one of the characters to get an attachment back early and remarshal it, but
Yeah.
I think those are all good characters, so you don't want them to go at the bottom, and they're all one-off, so it's hard to get them back right.
Yeah, and I have the
And pretty
duped
perfect
Crester.
up deck to
He
defend.
actually was killable, but now, okay, I wasted my Duharis, but whatever. Um, I can play him. I can actually Morgulis from this. Although Karo has now been duped. 4 gold left. Actually, that's not super spendable. You have to play the event, Blood of My Blood, to spend that. Well, you could womb into overwhelming numbers actually, which sucks for me if it's a power challenge. Um, I'm thinking, do I play the Long Claw? And I
No
can
reason not to, right?
gain gold because I'll have the cards and then I have. I can. They're all one cost attachments, so I can put one in. Um, no reason to draw a card really. And yeah. So Womb hits
Yeah,
Hago.
it's not the worst, I guess.
The worst thing for me now would be some kind of put to the sword into military claim. But he
Well,
can defend himself with serious
yeah.
training against that. Shouldn't be by 5, or if it is, I mean, it's going to
Well,
spend
if there
everything.
are overwhelming numbers, it's still by 5, but
Yes, that's true. Okay. At this point, I kind of forgot about that possibility.
although, yeah, you just about have enough gold to have both overwhelming numbers and put to the sword, which would suck a lot.
Hmm. I mean, but I wonder what's in hand. I mean, there was one little chart that's gone since. That's the one on top of the discard pile, I think. So it's all a mystery, I think, at this point. Well, I hope it's
Check it
scrap
again.
anyway. Sorry. Okay, we lost Saraaa, I think. Uh, well, he can defend himself and stand with Castle Black anyway. There is no gold, no nothing to be done with gaining gold. Nothing can come in unless I wait for the standing phase. So just draw a card, and actually this chart is pretty nice. Has all the icons, and I defend just short of being able to win against these two. But no overwhelming numbers. Luckily, I lose the chart, but okay, I have the other 3 now. And Hago took Jogo, which is a character with stealth. That's going to suck for me. And there actually is Blood of My Blood, so okay. No overwhelming numbers, but this guy is now actually going to annoy me by winning power by 5, right? Yeah, no nightmares can't stop this, and actually he's now kneeling the wall. Which, if there wasn't, I mean, power was always going to kneel the wall, so Plaza Pride's still there, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, now Khal Drogo is found. Still difficult to play him, but Vanquish is still there, and that's enough gold, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I think Drogo's the most annoying of the Blood Riders because he has stealth.
Yeah, I could do one challenge now.
Yeah, he's gonna go back to hands. It's gonna be in place too. I mean, in play in rotation.
Question is, do I do military? Because, okay, you can't kill Jogo because you need him, kind of, I think. But you could kill Hago. Intrigue,
Yeah, Hago's pretty expendable, I think.
I could pull Khal Drogo here, that would be nice. I can pass and take dominance, but I get one more power by doing this because he also has Renown.
Well, in all fairness, I think Khal Drogo is never gonna be played.
Well, you can play him on Vanquish.
Although,
There's 6 gold.
yeah, sure, but just about. And also, I just wanted to say, for this intrigue, intrigue is guaranteed unopposed, and I suppose that military could be defended.
Card is
Card doesn't do
unfortunate. Yeah,
something.
I mean, I could draw into Insubordination
But
or
if you draw,
Craven.
yeah, if you
Actually,
draw into Cravens,
on small boards, Insubordination suddenly is not so bad. But yeah. Just cravening Khal Drogo would be nice, and then Cart could save him, but he's not playing Cart out, that's the thing. I have to play the gold now. The gold plot 3 Marshall, and see what happens. Have to suffer some claim this time because the stealth guy is there. I think. Ooh. And I draw into a Chud and the save effect. And I still haven't played my Morgulis, so actually this is finally the exact thing I needed. Still ahead, but we have a 2-claimer coming up, and ooh, gets the army.
Well,
Well,
yeah, I think the plan would be now to reclaim power, right? Forget about the military.
yeah.
And look at that caster there would be pretty good to have the attachment, right? Noble lineage that got discarded early on.
Yeah.
But honestly, we can't have everything. It's such a good round anyway, mini game anyway.
So I have 2 power icons. There's a theoretical chance that I would need more because there could be stealth. I won't have more than
I mean, there is gonna
more military.
be Jogo, right?
I can
Why
bring
Jogo
out
second?
the dungeon guy, the recruiter again. He can pretty universally defend everything. Yeah, I haven't used the agenda yet, so I can play out 1 more attachment to get gold and then recruiter for the other one. Which one? Yeah.
I mean, if you do one now and then one challenges,
No, I won't have
if you gain
gold
gold.
in challenges. Recruiter costs me 3,
Or
so
but if you take go, oh no, never mind. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
There's no seasoned woodsman magically to save me.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just looking. So if it's only 10 strength, I mean, if I play, if I use Castle Black and play the dagger, I can actually defend. But I mean, with Womb there won't be 10. There will be more.
Yeah, and that's on the military, and I'm really thinking, surely he's going for the power now.
Yeah. Question is, okay, I'm gonna play this guy. The question is, do I spend High Road? That's my only other econ, and I still have Morgulis to reveal just to get the dagger in.
I mean, honestly, if you were gonna do that, it maybe would have been better to do it on the other attachment and then have dagger in challenges, right?
No, I can't. Can I? Could I? I guess
Yeah,
so.
before, right?
Maybe. Yeah. Um, yeah, with political disaster, I wasn't going to keep that high road, so I don't know if it's going to be left as the last plot or not. And yeah, brings in a character that can push the military through. Could go military first, see what happens, then stand with Plaza, but he goes power first. And yeah, I can't. I mean, I calculated it, so I have 6 if I use both of them, plus Castle Black, that's 8, and if I could master some for Halder's ability, if I put the dagger on Halder, then that was, I think, just about enough to actually defend that. But I didn't put it on Halder, as you can see. And here actually the play was to use Castle Black. I don't know why I forgot Castle Black here. There's no other. I mean, I can stand Crester, but yeah,
Yeah,
really
I
needed to
wanna
stand the
do.
power icon. I assumed
Or you could.
that he was going to use the Plaza to defend power because he's over reserve now, so it probably not hugely impactful, but he really should have done that to have a standing Halder now. again, if he had the dagger, he would win regardless on the counter because he's bigger than the
Yeah.
Kalasar
But I
with
think
his ability.
yeah, Halder could also win on power on the attack if he has with just his ability if he was standing. I think.
Yeah,
So there's a slight kind of misplay, but
that was
still honestly looking up for us.
horrible. It's 8-6 now, but okay, at least that's it. And doesn't even try military, so it looks like he cannot attack into Crester successfully, which is surprising. Doesn't want the recruiter to. Oh, he wouldn't escape actually if he won. Yeah, I don't think he can against the recruiter and Crester just stands with Longclaw.
With Longclaw?
Yeah, I mean, he stands with Castle Black, but he stands with
Yeah,
having Longclaw
with Guardian.
attached so that he can get double renown. That's the thing. Why does Kalasar need to stand to win dominance? Yeah. Well, I'll do intrigue anyway. See what we pull. By the way, Kalasar pillaged Hob, which is dead, so lucky. And we hit Rakaro at random. He's in play duped, so that's again not the best. But okay, I get the wall, and we're still in this. It's 10-9, and first snow is gone. I needed, of course, this extra character so that Aemon doesn't go back in case I wanted to Morgulis, which honestly keeps Crester and that dungeon guy, but very bad econ. I have Palace and I'm competing on the board. Okay, I lose Halder's ability on Palace. That's a slight downside, but
Well, on some way, but also on Crester it still works.
yeah.
Although it's really such a shame that he doesn't have a power icon.
And my opponent actually plays an anti Morgulis plot, so that makes sense. So the last one is going to be political disaster, and he's just going to keep these two. And now actually hitting Rakaro for claim, not that bad, because he's going, right? Can't dupe him again. So if the game's still alive, he's going for Morgulis. I draw shit, but okay, at least it's replaceable with the agenda. And still doesn't help my cause, unfortunately. I have to now use the recruiter to defend against Jogo's ability.
Yeah, and it's gonna lose, and it could be a two-claim power, so two-claim power unless you put both. Could it win if you had both of them? No, not really.
Well, we're drawing a card. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to have to Morgulis myself, but honestly, if this guy's in play, Morgulis is an omen. He's going to kneel the faction card on that off chance that Drogo tries to come in and do his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just getting characters in. I mean, I can defend the wall and do challenges back if my opponent dares to do stuff. Question is, do I leave something behind or not? I leave Halder behind because his ability doesn't work. That's, I think, pretty decent thinking. And Womb. It's nothing. Well.
This is the thing with Womp. I think it happens then in late games. It stops getting stuff once you're. There's a pretty big discard pile and some dead, and yeah.
I'm going to
Starts
do
happening
this
way.
immediately because
Like
there's nothing to gain. I just want to see if I get a card that's useful. I don't, but okay.
you could even have it in play because you now have two protections against the plot. Political disaster.
And I should have really checked the cards revealed for Womb more closely. I was just excited to see the Dothraki. I mean, they're still here displayed in the log, but I never checked that. I should have taken note of the cards that are not in hand anyway. Although with 1 gold, I mean, you need 2 gold to be scary with this deck. So you can push this 2-claim power through by stealthing Spareboot. I'll have to use the recruiter to win to oppose and keep the wall. And he escapes and can come back. He actually might not come back because next lot is Morghulis, and I absolutely like him escaping here. And this time the pillage is not so fortunate, so if I'd not triggered the agenda, Rose Road would have been pillaged and I'd get the woodsman. Okay, so he's done. He has Plaza, and well, if he uses it, he has 2 power icons, right? But I can do the other challenges. And yeah, this guy is winning military regardless. And military hurts somewhat. Can't take the dupe. And he defends it. That loses power guaranteed now, right? Wasn't I going to not win power, but I can now?
Yeah, I think him defending is pretty good. So now I think you can win power. And I was calculating that if actually Spareboot takes the renown attachment, you actually win just the whole round because
Yeah, if
you
it's
get another,
yeah,
you get claim and then unopposed.
I was just seeing here Missandei coming in to stand one, and he properly defends, but it didn't happen.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah,
should have done this
but still,
actually.
right?
I was on 8 or 9 here, and I wasn't thinking that I can get to 15.
Yeah,
I have
but
the
I think
wall and
yeah, you
dominance,
have
so that's
another
13.
unopposed wall and dominance. Yeah.
Yeah, that would actually be enough, but honestly, it's not. It's not too bad. I'm still in it. I'm still doing fine. Yeah, way after I even considered that this could have been a win. No, Missandei. I mean, he could have had that. He could have defended
Yeah,
power
usually they
instead of
do to
military.
decide.
So that's 14, and I'm not losing any of it on the reset. So I just need Crester to win a challenge with Longclaw. And actually,
Yeah, it's looking good for him.
I have Aemon to save one guy, and I have 2 characters in hand, which I probably cannot play both of them. But there's not going to be an amazing claim race here from a 1 claim plot. So yeah, doesn't hugely matter. I can keep all of it because I randomly drew the improved fortifications as well. Yeah, wall has 2
Still have
dupes.
to think it really thoroughly.
Sure. Okay, so I've netted the faction card. I can. I mean, Spare Boot is my way to that surprise renown, which I failed to use last time. So he's the guy that I keep, and also Power Icon, of course. The others can go. And the problem here is that Peter has just let me go first. Benjamin actually would not be too bad. I would totally marshal him and forget about all the rest if I could, but I'm out of gold.
Yeah, but now first I think there's like no way. I mean, depends. I guess there is quota and the other intrigue is probably in the deck, right?
Yeah, Intrigue is on the weak side, and actually Halder. I mean, Crester has the dagger as well, so he's actually 8 strength, and Halder can boost that. And yeah, I'm on 14 by letting me go first. Actually, he has to pose everything just to stop me, and then he can't really do stuff back. Although if
Yeah,
I saw that he could defend everything and strike back, I might just go into defend the wall mode. But actually, stealth is there, so yeah, probably not happening.
well, you can defend the wall for sure, right? If you have the shadow. Oh, you don't have the gold for the
Had
shadow
to
guy.
spend
Sorry.
to get Halder. I mean, it was one or the other. Honestly, maybe the guy was better, but yeah. Well, here I was thinking the reason I haven't passed the window is if that one copy of Nightmares blanks Halder, then I'd probably need to actually pre-use him to boost Craster strength. Uh,
Well, I think best he can do is to have womb hit Koto and then somehow have a way to also bring in Sunday. And even then, it's not beating just regular Craster, right?
yeah, and if he does that, then I do power with spare boot and his long claw. Uh,
Mm. But I have to still boost him a bit to win. Yeah.
okay, decide not to trigger anything. I mean, if he spends 1 gold for nightmares, and yeah, that's harsh. All the econ that he should have been in play, but it isn't. So yeah, I feel like I got my share of luck in this one. But, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I had um, the horrible crossing game against their Valyrian still, so it felt like it was maybe the Night's Watch week. Some luck there.
Yeah.
And that actually puts us on 4-3. So we're one up on China, and we have guaranteed draw, which is, I think, what was the best we were expecting for. And after the fuck ups,
Yeah. Yeah.
nice fuck
Honestly,
ups
we had
mostly.
we had chances. I had chances to win both games, and that would have been
Well,
a straight win. So that's too bad.
for
But
me, I think I didn't have a chance on the crossing game. It was the worst game that I ever played with crossing, but I think I had kind of chances on, in retrospect, after watching the recording, I had chances on my Baratheon game because I actually didn't see that in the game, but I had enough King's Roads that I would win initiative against Vitek Westeros if I played Mad King's Command, and I totally missed that. And if I saw that, I think that would have been first round Mad King's Command, and then second it would be Smith, and if I keep those King's Roads, I think I could make it just about. But I mean, also depends on what Targaryen Greyjoy would get. But still, I could have at least tried that, but
yeah,
I didn't. I played badly, and I mean, had some bad luck as well, to be fair. But didn't need to also play bad on top of that.
yeah, and I played. I made a had a complete brain fart in my Martell Greyjoy game, and actually, also in that game there was three Last of the Giants into Varys in the first
Yeah,
five
three
rounds or
rounds in
so.
a
So
row.
I mean, to get all six of those cards, if he only drew five of those cards, I was going to win that, but he drew all six. I mean, what can you do? At some point, it
So,
just there's nothing you can do. But still, I could have won if I played correctly. But yeah, okay. Let's not dwell. Let's see what happens. So tomorrow we have I mean we have Targin to Terrell Weibuck. We're not
which is
expecting much from
bad,
that.
but honestly, we are winning all the bad matchups this
Yeah.
week, so let's hope for the best.
And then we'll see what happens if and when there is the champions match, champions game.
Yeah.
Anything can happen in best of ones, as we know. So, well,
Yeah, I mean,
we're
best of
we're
us
in
is
there.
a bit random, of course, but I think it's yeah, pretty good. I mean, when you're in this position where you're already in draw, you have one chance to win and then another chance to basically have a redo exam, right? So
Yeah. Well, uh, it's about what we wanted from this tournament. We're in the quarterfinals. That was the first goal. Well, actually, the goal was to fight for getting to the quarterfinals. We made it, and now we're fighting to the last there. So, win or lose, we played pretty well, and hoping for
I
the best.
personally hope that we are in the semi-finals with Norway. That would be pretty good. I would. That would be pretty nice turn of events.
Yes, that is theoretically not possible, so you can forget about that. We're going to play Germany or France if we make it.
Yes, but we could both make it to semi-finals, right? That's
Yes,
what I said.
and Norway would then play the winner of Austria and Israel.
Yeah, yeah, but we would be in both in the semi-finals. That's what I was wanted to say
Okay,
because
yeah,
we're both underdogs a bit.
sure. have
We were the first two teams chosen, so it would be pretty epic if we defeated the team that chose us.
we have a little local team here that's trying its best, and Norway has the whole Northern Europe. So yeah, I'm not sure how much of underdogs they
Miha is
really
so
are.
mean to Norway. I am rooting for Norway
Norway is the
personally.
biggest team in the tournament geographically, probably. So yeah.
Eh,
Okay, it's not bigger than USA and probably not bigger than China, but whatever. Um, let's end it here. We have to actually
whatever.
do live streaming soon, so thank you all for watching this one. In case you did, not sure if you did or if you watched it live, but yes, thanks in any case, and we'll see you all in future videos.
Okay, bye bye.